everybody! Welcome back to Cooking with Choubs. Today we are going to make a pizza! So for today's pizza, we are going to have some vegetables straightly cut from our backyard. We are going to use some red bell pepper. We just picked these mushrooms, so we're gonna have some mushrooms inside of there. We're gonna use a red onion, and those are all our vegetables. Now we are going to need some salt, some pepperoni, some mozzarella cheese, flour, some more cheese, and we are going to use pizza crust yeast, tomato sauce, and olive oil. So these are all the ingredients we are going to be using for today's pizza. To make our chisa, it's an everything Choubs pizza, but we call it a chisa. We are going to need a bowl. This, you have to throw exactly all of it in there. So we're gonna get some scissors, cut this nicely because you do need it all. So cut it off. And now, you need 4 ounces of hot water. Be very careful. Be careful to not burn yourself. Now you're going to need 1/4 and 1/2 of a tablespoon of salt. Now you're going to need 1/2 and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Oh, sorry guys. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, sorry. That's about 2. I'm gonna put 1 more. It stink. Let's just have to decide, because you can't forget. You always have to keep your section clean. Don't forget. Mix this 1 more time. Okay, it's mixed really good. Last thing we have to do is put 1 whole cup, maybe 2, flour, but okay. So beautiful. 1 more. We're gonna do it like a chef. All good. So now we put this to our side, and I don't know how, but this is supposed to mix. So let's get mixing. I've been mixing this too long, and to be honest, I think I gotta use my hands. Always works, man. Don't forget, this gotta be smooth, because when we make our pizza, we just gotta throw some powder on this thing. We're going to throw this on the table and mix it right. Voila! So now, I don't know what this is exactly, but you have to start rolling it out the dough. It's looking a little like an oval. We are professional. As I always say, it's better to come to Cooking with Choubs than to go to Olive Garden. So always roll it out a little more now. Right. As you guys can see, it's looking beautiful and perfect. So now that we have our perfect shape, we have to make our dough. Actually, our crust. We made our dough. A lot of people don't like thick crust, so we will like it as they ask for. So now that we have our perfect crust, now we need an oversized pan. So you guys see, I used a little bit of powder. Gonna just put a little bit on this. Now we are going to put our perfect dough on top of this pan. Put your pan a little closer. You don't want nothing falling off. Perfect. Now let's add our tomato sauce. You do have to mix up your tomato sauce because you don't want just the water, you know, sometimes in your ketchup and certain things that happens. So, let's mix it up. Put it down, get a simple spoon, and open it up. Get some. You have to spread this around very equally. Delicious. Que rico. Add just a little bit more on the edges. Now we're going to go ahead and add our cheese. Let's get our cheese. I just cut this up yesterday, so it's very fresh. I like my pizzas very cheesy, so let's go ahead and add a bit. Don't forget any spots. And add. I'll just blend this out, and we're done. Now we're gonna push this just to the side, and we have to get a cutting board because we do need our vegetables. So let's get a cutting board. Yeah, there's none. So we're gonna use the countertop. This knife, Michael Myers gave it to me. So now, your bell pepper. When you cut a bell pepper, it is very, very important to cut this out. So let's go ahead and cut this out. Ow! I'm telling you guys, Michael Myers used this knife, so when you use it, it does make you bleed.
We are professional.
So now very carefully, because I cannot let no blood touch food. You guys know this. So let's just go ahead and toss on. Toss on, toss on. I hope Michael Myers is not watching me from my window. Let me go make sure he's not watching me. We're all good. Cut a little bit more bell pepper because that is a little bit of bell pepper. We are done with our bell pepper. Now we are going to move on to our mushrooms. When your mushroom is like this, it's perfect. When it's like this, it's not perfect. As you guys can see, it's very different. Take out whatever this is, it's very bad for you. Cut up your mushrooms. Do not forget. Now let's get putting these mushrooms. Put these mushrooms. You don't want to add too many mushrooms. You want your mushroom pieces to be very thin because much people do not like mushrooms. In my opinion, I don't like mushrooms. So let's go ahead and put this, put this, put this. Our pizza's looking wonderful. Let's go ahead and take this out. Actually, guys, oh my god. Michael Myers went into my backyard and he did cut half of this off. And he only left half. It was really weird. He left it connected to the tree because if you guys don't know, red onions grow on trees, just like money. And now we are going to cut our red onion. Just simply cut it however, because you guys can undo the onions. And I will show you guys. So this is what I talk about when I say you guys can undo it. Look. Look. Last but not least, we are going to go ahead and turn on the oven. Now that the oven is on, you have to put it at 500 degrees. But because it is very unsanitary to be making food with a cut, let's get some paper and slap it up. I'm good. I'm looking good. Ooh, stop fighting. Get out of here. I love my pizza. Very, very pepperoni taste. So let's throw pepperoni just like Drake too.
I know when that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing.
Now, you guys know, cook with style, come out beautiful. Now, get our pizza, throw this bad boy into the oven. Open up there. But you know, us paisas always leaving our freaking pans in the oven. Luckily, we got it all out in time. But now we have our beautiful pizza, as you guys can see, made from a beautiful person. Now, let's go ahead and throw this in the oven. It's hot! It's a little hot in there. It's looking really good. We have to go ahead and get the same scary knife and go ahead and cut this up. I don't know how to cut up a pizza, but let's try. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep coming down the middle. It's a very cheesy pizza. Okay guys, we are done. Now we can go ahead and serve our clients. Now it's time to eat this beautiful pizza. We're not gonna need this rag no more, so we could just throw it back. Clean, simple area. It came out. Perfect. Alright guys, sadly that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching Kitchen Time with Choubs. Go leave a comment what you think about my pizza. Pretty good. You must want some. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we have a new thing. Keep moving forward.